inside of the front row will be LAZZARO'S Auto Body, car number 00, Byron Wescott. On the outside, LAZZARO'S Auto Body, number 97. That is Dan Older. The 322 of Jay Casey will start third. Fourth will be the 51 of Jason Meltz. Fifth, the 711 of Richie Crane. Then it'll be the 27 N of Nick Stone. The 7, the big cat, Rob Yetman, will start 7th. Gus Hollner will start 8th. 9th, Luke Horning. 10th, John Routhier. 11th, Jason Casey. 12th, Kenny Martin Jr. Shane Henderson will start 13th. Chucky Dumblewski, 14th. 00 of Mike Welch, the 14 of Kim Duell, the 110 of Devon, Camenga, Aaron Page in the 5, and Jim Normoyle in the 7N. That'll be your starting lineup here for will be the first of 2 Pro Stock feature events tonight. 30 laps the distance here tonight as the 00 going to roll through turn number 3 and 4. We're going to go green flag racing for the first of 4 times, King of Dirt style here tonight. Matt Burdick with the green flag in hand. Green flag is out on the speedway. 30 laps the distance. Here we go as Dan Older going to lead him up into turn number 1 and 2. He'll take the race lead as a car goes around and a number of cars get together as Jay Casey goes around. That starts the parking lot up there, turn number 1 and 2, and that's going to bring yellow out on the speedway before we can get going.
Well, Shane Henderson backs away. The driver out of Catskill, New York, number 9, one of the Caseys. Let's go New York, number 9, one of the Caseys going away, the 322. Got the Luke Horning car heading for the pits. I think he's got a problem with the front end. Looks like everyone else, Kim Duell catching up. Jay Normoyle going over the bank. The only car left sitting there is our second-year Pro Stock driver, the lone policeman, Aaron Page, in the number 5.
Tough break for Page.
All right, okay. I guess I just didn't see him out there. Oh, yeah. No.
Duell's last outing was a feature event victory back a week ago last Friday as he picked up a win by not very much as it came down to a photo finish between him and Kenny Martin. That was Duell's 3rd win of the 2017 season at Albany, Saratoga, having a great year. Kenny Martin, the current point leader there, and both of them in contention here to try to bring home a King of Dirt title. And we will crown a new champion here in 2017. I'm sure, as you've noticed, Robbie Speed not with us tonight.
Yeah.
As the rules go on our tour, due to a violation, he is done for the season.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. He likes this place, too, and this place likes him, put it that way. He does very well here at the Speedway. Well, we won't talk about him again because he's not here. You never talk about people behind their backs. Here we go. Byron and Wescott will set the field with Dan Older on the outside. Now, except to resume the action as we work the original restart. Here they come off turn number 4. Whoop, hang on tight. They're coming down. Older leads it. Looks for the 711. The Rich Crane diving to the inside. Whoa, hang on there. There's Wescott. Nearly gets out of shape. There's Yetman. Nothing surprising here. Rob Yetman up to the 3 spot. Down the back straightaway.
The big cat, Rob Yetman, going from the number 3 spot from his 7th starting position, wasting no time. He now goes for 2nd with his teammate Dan Older right on the inside of the corner as they come around to click off lap number 1. At the line, it'll be Byron Wescott, but a gaggle of cars coming right behind him.
I'll tell you, Jason Meltz coming up on the outside with the 51 rather rapidly. Yetman diving to the inside. Older's going to have company high and low as they go down the back straightaway.
They're almost 3 wide as it's almost a sandwich down the back straightaway as now Older going to slide back up in front. Nick Stone going to stick his nose in there as well, and here comes John Routhier up on the outside.
Scrubbing and rubbing between the crane machine and the 27, and Nick Stone has that wrinkled up the left rear bumper of the 27.
Stone holding on to that number 5 spot up at turn number 2 is now Yetman, and meanwhile has made his way up into 2nd, but he leaves the bottom open as here comes Dan Older on the inside.
Look at Crane's front end. The hood is flowing up across his windshield, and that's not going to be easy to see down the front straightaway as Crane coming down the front stretch, and he's still racing.
Interestingly enough, the way it is, it might be high enough where the opening he can actually see through in front, but his vision's still got to be stunted a little, and he's starting to lose a number of spots down the backstretch.
Aerodynamics are out the window on that one.
And we got a new leader.
We do.
Number 4, Rob Yetman, quickly making his way up to the front as the Big Cat going to click off lap number 4 and take the race lead away. Wescott in second. Now we got a 2-car battle as the yellow comes out onto the speedway.
And I'll tell you, Crane was happy to see that.
Someone went in, Jerry. Someone went in. The reason why we have caution.
Crane bowed the caution. Debris up there between 3 and 4. A little bit of it. Good break for the 7-11 there because I think he drove 3 laps like that, and I give him credit. That's easy to do.
That is impressive. To say as well in that number 7-11 machine, picked up one a year ago. So
forget about the duct tape. Forget about the racing tape. We just took it off.
Well,
Thanks, Doug.
Get a good look at the motor.
Sure.
You mentioned Nick Stone a few seconds ago, Bill. He is the all-time winningest driver on the tour here. Picked up 2 wins in 2015, his first coming out at the Fonda Speedway, his second coming at the Albany-Saratoga Speedway that year, and he also won last year here on September 10th at the Speedway to close the season.
So you're okay with running without a hood? As far as King of Dirt?
As far as I know.
Okay. I know some divisions and some tracks I've worked at that hasn't been allowed, but... So, Yetman, who got the lead just about a lap and a half ago. Byron Wescott out there. Mike Warren speechless for the moment, but he'll find his words momentarily, I'm sure.
That doesn't happen very often.
Nah, it doesn't, but there's a reason for everything.
Green flag is out on the speedway. Robbie Yetman going to reassume control out at the front here with 26 laps to go, and Byron Wescott trying to chase him down.
I really enjoy the Pro Stock division. They'll get to see them. I mean, big fields of them on a regular basis. Whoa, look at that move down the back straightaway. Is that Cousin Luke?
That is Cousin Luke.
He started at the rear of the field about 3 laps ago, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He's already up to the number 5 spot, and he's no stranger to a victory here at the Speedway. He picked up a win in the King of Dirt Series a year ago.
We got Crane slowing down here in turn number 4. The 7-11 stopping down in the 4th turn.
It's okay. All that was completely taken.
It looks like that's the 14th.
14th. Sorry, Kim Duell. Another car without a hood on it. Sorry.
That's all right. I can see, and actually the paint job's close.
You can see the mistake in the, that's the worst vantage point for us as announcers, and that's not to make an excuse. And again, this Pro Stock division, mighty competitive, mighty exciting to watch. One of the classes I do miss here in Central North, the tracks I work at, I used to run these regularly, and I don't see them very often at all, except over here at Utica Rome, and I got to go to Fonda a couple weeks ago and announce down there, so I got to see the Honda Classic, which was fun.
One of the highest rated Pro Stock race, highest attended, just a great race there every single year.
Great time, great race, great time.
About to go back to green. Gus Hollner went into the pit area as well. We'll see if he can make it back out here. But Matt Burke's got the clinch green flag in his hand. Rob Yetman going to refire off the turn number 4 as the Big Cat going to come to the green flag.
Yetman, the master of the fast track. I say wherever he goes, it's big and long and wide. He gets it around really, really well. Remember watching him at Syracuse. He just dominated from time to time over there as he's got the lead going down to turn number 3. Here comes, keep your eye on Cousin Luke. They're going to almost go 3 wide between 3 and 4 as Luke's trying to stick a nose down underneath, trying to go from 5th to 3rd.
Jason Meltz with a good move that last lap going to rally outside of Nick Stone, but Nick Stone going to try to return the favor going up top. He's going to stay right in his tracks behind him trying to get by Meltz, and that's going to allow Cousin Luke to sneak by Stone up off of turn number 2.
I'll tell you, Cousin Luke is cranking tonight. He now looks on the Meltz number 51, trying to move up into the number 3 position. And he's going off of turn number 4. They spread him on out 3 wide. All white cars down across the line.
Meltz with the advantage that time. Here comes Horning right to the inside of him, the 27, and Nick Stone really pushing it. Horning may come out with the number 3 spot when this all said and done as he sticks his nose out ahead down the backstretch.
Side by side as they go through the turns. Cousin Luke, 12th commandment, thou shalt not lift. And he's coming down the front straightaway looking to the inside.
A good run by Jason Meltz, who to my knowledge is only second time here. First feature event here, doing a great job all trying to hold on to that number 3 spot, but Cousin Luke has eventually got by and makes a little bit of contact with him up off at turn number 2. That allows Nick Stone to slide by in the inside lane, but might not be long before they go back to 3 wide here in just a second.
I can see it coming. Off the turn, Yetman trying to stretch it out. He's got himself a 2.2 second lead. Now Cousin Luke works on Wescott. Wescott up on the edge of the racetrack, and with Cousin Luke Up to second, set your sights on Yetman. Can this be interesting? It might be. We got 10 up this time around.
So Rob Yetman at the 1/3 mark going to complete the lap as he rolls his way down the front straightaway. Still looking for his first win on tour in 2017. Horning up to second. It's already starting to pull away from Byron Wescott. Wescott sits third. Nick Stone fourth. Now crazy Kenny Martin looking to get by Jason Meltz. A little bit of contact that time through the corner, but he'll take the spot away.
I did talk with Kenny Martin a couple weeks ago. The easygoing type of guy.
Have you seen him win a race before? Just curious?
I had years ago.
Have you seen his victory lane ceremony?
No.
Oh, you haven't seen anything yet.
He's not one of the guys that strips down, is he?
No.
Thank God, because I met him and I don't want to see him with his shorts on. Either way.
It's crazy. We'll leave it at that.
Okay, well, I don't know if I'm going to see it tonight, but hopefully I'll see it somewhere along the way. Right now, though, Cousin Luke is in second, and Nick Stone is right behind him, but getting away is Yetman. He had a 2.4 second lead last lap. Let's see how it plays out this time around. It's 2.6, so gained 0.2 of a second that lap.
Rob Yetman, as you mentioned, on a fast high-banked track, half-mile track. He's been really good. Of course, regular out at Lebanon Valley. Currently the point leader there and really showing he knows his half-mile prowess this time off at turn number 4.
Next time I'll see most of your guys will be, of course, at Super Dirt Week, right?
That is right.
Yep. That's in my backyard. Literally my backyard.
You don't have to go very far there.
I don't. I can walk there, but I'm not going to. Either way, got a battle for that number 4 position as Wescott feeling the heat off the turn from Kenny Martin as Martin was all over the 0-0 going into turn number 1.
Speaking of 0-0s, the guy making his way up through the top 10, Mike Welch, finally starting to work his way up. He had to start the race from the 15th starting position, and he's slowly but surely picking off cars one by one as he now sits just outside the top 5 and 8th.
Well, again, Luke Horning got by everybody, but now it cannot close in on Rob Yetman. Kenny Martin still in 5th. Closing in on him is the Jason Casey, number 324. We're halfway home this time around. Yetman's going to be your leader at the halfway point. Second place looks like it's going to be Cousin Luke. Third will be Nick Stone. 4th will be Wescott. 5th will be Kenny Martin. 6th will be Jason Casey. Jason Meltz 7th. 8th, Mike Welch. 9th, Chuck Dumblewski, and 10th is Jim Normoyle. Jim started way in the back of the pack, too, and Jim worked his way up into the top 10.
Normoyle started shotgun on the field in this one, and as you mentioned, just a few spots out of the top 10 here, working his way off the corner. But right now, Rob Yetman starting to see a lot of traffic ahead of him as he can now see the back bumpers of both Devon, Camenga, and Aaron Page down the backstretch.
I'll tell you, you're 16 laps in, working on 17 this time. They've not yet caught up with the lap cars, so that tells you the competitiveness of the pro stock field here tonight.
It may not seem like it with as far out as Yetman has gone from this entire event, but Yetman doing a great job, almost a full straightaway advantage, and now the battle for second starting to heat up. Nick Stone going to get by Horning now down the front straightaways. They worked their way up through turn number 1 and 2.
So lap number 18 on the outside between 1 and 2. Nick Stone got the runner-up spot, but he got it in turn number 3.
Stone up to the number 2 spot now. 3rd sits Horning. Wescott holding on to 4th. Kenny Martin 5th, and then a great battle behind him. Look at this 6-car battle for spots 4th through 8th down off of turn number 4. They're all right together, slipping and sliding down the front straightaway.
Yeah, ran back from Byron Scott to Kenny Martin to Casey to Welch, Meltz. Oh, man, hang on there as we got a car in trouble. That is Cousin Luke. Oh, heartbreak.
A tough break for Cousin Luke Horning, who was running in 3rd as he continues to slow down the back straightaway. And Matt Burdick will be forced to put the yellow out onto the speedway with just 11 laps remaining. And I think I know what man wanted to see that more than anything. Driver of that number 27 car.
Well, the guy who wanted to see it was this guy who just broke.
Well, that too.
That's right.
That too. Because now that he's back up to speed, he may have a chance to get back out here before this is all said and done. And, well, he went from to the back to second in about 8 laps last time, and there's 11 to go. So if he can get back out there, a second's not out of the question.
No, it's not, but again, let's see what the situation plays out as Yetman took the lead early on in this one. Camenga trying to get his lap back. Well, what's he doing with Yetman?
Okay, John.
Okay. Oh, like there's a little contact there, possibly.
Yeah, there's not really a wreck either.
So 19 complete, 11 laps to go here.
Bobby Byron shirts are for sale down there. Probably a couple other drivers. Take a wander around, take a look at intermission, and pick up some souvenirs to bring home with you.
Meanwhile, still 11 laps left remaining here in this King of Dirt Pro Stock feature event, as Cousin Luke is back out on the racetrack.
16th this time, so he's a little bit closer than he was last time.
I'm not one to wager.
Not no wager either.
I'd say a top 10 is not out of the question.
Oh, no, I think top 5 is possible. Yetman right now has things covered, but can Nick Stone come alive? And Nick Stone's done well here in this past. Yetman is your leader. He'll set the pace. The green will come out from Matt Burdick with 11 laps to go.
Field works its way up into turn number 1 and 2. Yetman going to go back to that top line he was running. Entering Jason Casey now in the yellows out after the speedway.
Dumblewski over the bank over there.
It is.
Okay.
So that's going to bring yellow back out on the speedway right away.
I think the yellow came out for the start, don't you?
It
might have.
Going to go with that.
It might have. That's okay. I understand. I have to live with it.
Hey, as a Vikings fan, I know how you feel. I know how you feel.
My mother always told me there is no hell. Hell is on earth. I'm a Bills fan. I know what she means. Either way.
Well, hey.
So we got 19 laps up on the board and 11 more to go. Enough of my mother's views on religion. Rest her soul.
Rob Yetman and Nick Stone back on the front row, going to look to refire off the corner. We're going to go back to Green Flag Racing. 11 more circuits around here, the Action Track of the East, and the first of 2 Pro Stock features here tonight.
I'll tell you, I'm going to have fun watching. The cousin Luke to see what he can do here. As because to pick off Mike Welch. Mike got bottled up. Meltz in trouble as he drifts way up on that back straightaway. Dumblewski, he goes back. Low hit Meltz. Pull the inside. You're going to have a yellow flag coming up here, I think.
Hold. I hope he holds it.
51 coming to a stop down the back straightaway.
Perfect.
And lap number 20 going to go up on the board, but yellow going to come out onto the speedway. Rob Yetman still your race leader, and got to count him here. He's already up to the top 10. Cousin Luke is already...
I got him in 10th. Yep, unofficially.
All right, you said top 5, I said top 10. I think we're going to go with what you said.
That's you. It's not necessarily a sport. It's more of an addiction.
That's for all of us, though.
That's right. That's what we do, too. That's right.
You guys got a big old bag of Skittles over there.
That was a bigger bag of Skittles on Friday night. So if you want more, you can take some. Believe me.
I haven't had any of them yet.
Please, somebody take them.
I'll take them.
Just 2.
Green flag back out onto the speedway as the 7 of Rob Yetman going to reassume control. Keep an eye on racing Jason Casey, though, going to try to make a bid on Nick Stone as he works his way to the inside, but now going to keep it up top. Field heads down the back straightaway. Rob Yetman out to about a 7-car length advantage as they work their way into the west end, down through turn number 3 and 4, and bring it off of the corner. Yetman going to come down. He'll click off lap number 21 this time. 21 in the books. 9 laps to go. As the 93 of Kenny Martin going to bring it up in the inside lane of the 00 Byron Wescott, looking for that number 4 spot up off the corner. They'll bring it down the back straightaway. Top 3 out single file. Yetman dominating this race as again he took the lead on lap number 4 of this feature event. Here comes cousin Luke in the back half of the top 10, though, working on racing Jason Casey this time up off of the corner. And as they bring him down the front straightaway, cousin Luke really starting to power it to the corner.
Yep, we got to get there to the top 5. He's not there yet, so far Mike Warren wins the bet over my choice of top 5. Either way, Rob Yetman's winning anyways bet right now as he is running away and trying to hide from the field. Over a 1-second lead against Nick Stone as he brings it down across the line. Jason Casey has worked his way up to 3rd. Byron Wescott and Kenny Martin round out the top 5. And cousin Luke up to 7th.
7 laps remaining here in this feature event for car number 7 as he's out to about 8 or 9 car lengths now through turn number 3 and 4 as the top 5 has gone single file. Now 1 spot out of a top 5 run. Cousin Luke's gotten up to 6th, and Martin goes up into the banking. Horning going to try to snag 5th as they come down the front stretch.
Yep, cousin Luke up to 5th place with 6 laps to go.
So Horning definitely pedaling to try to get this one. Tim Duell also doing a great job coming back through the field. Remember, he had trouble with the hood at the beginning of the race as well.
Well, cousin Luke has passed more cars than anybody tonight. No doubt about that. Meanwhile, way up high on the racetrack is Casey really up on the edge, back in the 8th position. Good battle for 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th as Shane Henderson and the number 9 is starting to close up 4 wide off the 2nd turn.
That's not something you see every day, and Jay Casey's just going to say, yup, I'm going to send it right down the middle, and he's going to take 3 spots away up through turn number 3 and 4. A great run by the 322 that time here as we move toward the closing stages. But as that's happening, Nick Stone really starting, not close enough, but he's closing in a little.
Well, 1.1 seconds behind Yetman. Yetman has maintained a comfortable advantage, though, as he's going to see 3 laps to go this time around.
Yetman comes by this time. As Bill mentioned, 3 laps left remaining as time running out for Nick Stone, and this looks to be Rob Yetman trying to pick up his first career win on the King of Dirt Tour here in the 3rd year of its inception. Really? Wow. Has had some bad luck at Albany, Saratoga in the past, some bad luck at Lebanon Valley, just couldn't get there, which is one of the toughest places to go to on the road.
I was used to seeing this guy win, so I'm surprised that he hasn't pulled some out before. 2 laps to go as they come on down. Yetman leads it. Nick Stone, he's about a second and 1.3 seconds behind, and I'll tell you, that's going to be hard to make up. Casey, Jason, back in the 3 spot. Down the back straightaway, we've got a lap and a half to go as Matt Burdick will wave the white flag over the field, this time down the front straightaway.
1 lap to go for Rob Yetman as things look to finish up here in just a second as the white flag comes out onto the speedway as John Routhier slows a little bit, but Yetman doing a great job up at the front as they continue to run that down the back straightaway.
Well, Yetman with a 1.1 second lead as, the second place guy's made 2/10 of a second, but it's not going to be enough as the quarter of a lap to go, bringing off the field number 4 down the front straightaway. Rob Yetman will come home with his first King of Dirt feature win. Second is Nick Stone. Jason Casey comes home third. Luke Horning rallies for 5th, side by side for the number 5 position. That's going to be Byron Wescott. J. Casey 6th. Mike Welch up to 7th. Kim Duell 8th. Shane Henderson 9th. And Kenny Martin rounds out the top 10. So his first ever King of Dirt feature win. Hard to believe if you've followed the career of Rob Yetman. He wins just about every place he goes. I watched him dominate on the big mile at Syracuse for years and one of the top runners over at the Lebanon Valley Speedway. He'll bring it on down the front straightaway with Victor Lane. Good comeback for Nick Stone and Jason Casey. A little bit beat up race car at 324, but nonetheless, he comes home in the top 3. Great come from behind effort by Luke Horning. Went to the rear twice, came back, finished 4th, and Byron Wescott in a double zero W rounded out the top 5. So Yetman will park the 7 here at Victor Lane. Maybe we'll see him again later on tonight, or we'll see somebody else different in our second King of Dirt feature event coming up later, much later on this evening.
Hey, let me hop on.
For those of you watching at home on Dirt Track Digest TV, we're going to be switching the power over here momentarily, so just let you know, going to need a little refresh on that, all right? So those watching at home, we're going to do the Victor Lane interview and talk to some of our legends briefly here that are here with us tonight and thank them for coming. And then, again, we're going to have the power changeover so we can get the lights turned on here, so just keep that in mind. If you're watching at home on DTD TV, Mike Warren, we'll send it down to you. Well, thanks, Mike. LAZZARO'S Auto Body car number 7 of Rob Yetman for the first time in his career in King of Dirt fashion here in Victory Lane. Down here in DKM Fabrication, Victory Lane, brought to you by R3 Graphics down here on the King of Dirt Series for 2017. Up out of the car, the winner of tonight's first Pro Stock feature event, the Big Cat, Rob Yetman. Rob's going to walk his way around. We'll get a quick word with him down in front. Hey, Rob. I just went through looking at the stats. Hard to believe your first career win on the King of Dirt Tour here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we've been in a lot of positions to win here, but, circumstances, whatever. But, on the road, all this traveling this year, we've hit on some stuff, and it's been working great wherever we've been going. So, the track was in really good shape, I thought, tonight for bite and everything. So I'm looking forward to the second feature.
Now, you definitely said you hit on something, and that car was a rocket right from the get-go.
Yeah, and we got a skip in it, too. I've been chasing since we were in Canada. I can't figure it out, but it's slight.
Got a lot of people you'd like to thank.
I got to thank the guys in the garage, for, first of all. They're in there. We're in there. We spend too much time together. Every night, just about every day. It's 7 days a week. So we know each other inside and out, but those guys really, they bust their hump for me.
All right, Rob, we'll see you back out here in just a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in his King of Dirt career, the Big Cat, Rob Yetman, going to Victory Lane here at the UTICA Speedway. He'll be back out here in just a little bit for qualifying action on the Pro Stock front. But the Modified's about to roll out next. We'll send it back up to Mike and Bill.